Hello, I'm Reverend Karen Davis of First Christian Church. In order to try to know where our pets are at, we get ID tags that have our information on it and their name, a way to contact us in case someone else comes across them. Also, many folks get microchips in their animals so that they know where they are at. Well, that wasn't always the case. And today, as we read from Isaiah 53, verses 4 through 12, we read about lost sheep, that the sheep would often wander off, and the shepherd or those helping the shepherd, even sometimes a sheepdog, would have to go and try to wrangle them and get them to come back. But it could be a bit unnerving if perhaps your sheep were wandering off and you didn't know where they were at. You would search and want to find them. You'd want them to come back to the flock, to be in a safe environment. You would worry for their well-being. Well, so too it is for us as sheep in God's flock, that when we wander off on our own thinking that we know a better way, know where to go, what to do, that God worries about us, wanting us to come home, to come back into the flock, into the fold, where we can find security in numbers, where we can find encouragement and safety and rely upon one another for what it is that we need. So that invitation continues to be offered to each of us to come home. That even though if we've wandered off thinking that the grass is greener elsewhere, if we've turned our back on God and God's mission and purpose, that there's still that opportunity each and every day to turn around and to come back, to come home, to receive God's grace and a warm welcome, and to have that safety and security of being in a community of faith where we can be encouraged and guided and shepherded by the love of God and those around us. So this week, if you find that you have wandered off, perhaps feeling a little lost, that know that the invitation continues to be offered to you, to come home, to find your way back into God's safety and security, to find your way back into that flock where you know that you are not alone. And even if you are still out in some faraway pasture, still maybe not sure if you want to come home, know that God continues to seek you out and is there walking alongside you as well. May God continue to encourage you, to nudge you just a little bit, and may you feel God's presence and grace today and always.